Hello, Crestmoor, Hilltop, and nearby neighborhoods. The leaves are falling. Animatronic Halloween decorations have been scaring the heck out of our dogs, well, and some children as well. And we have the freshest housing market stats for our area. If you live here, stay with us for the next couple of minutes to be in the know.
I can relate about the Halloween decorations. My dog will be happy when we can move past this holiday. Back to the housing market at hand. We've certainly seen changes since our last report in July.
The two most frequent questions we are hearing right now regarding the housing market have to do with the change in interest rates and the presidential election. We're filming this video days before the election itself, so we really don't know the results at this time.
In this video, we'll be covering both of those topics and more in our hyper-local housing markets. Oh, and before we continue, a quick note about us. I'm Zach.
And I'm Kathy. We're local real estate advisors here in Denver. And as some of you know, I'm a 20-plus year resident of Crestmoor. We're dedicated to bringing you updates every season of the year. The summer and early fall markets tend to see less activity than other seasons. Stay tuned to see if that's true this year.
If you'd like to schedule a time to talk about what's going on in the housing market and how it impacts you, just email us at info@nelsonteam.com.
Okay, so let's move on and see how Crestmoor and Hilltop fared versus the rest of the Denver metro area on some important numbers between the third quarter of 2023 and the third quarter of 2024.
In Crestmoor and Hilltop, the average sales price in the third quarter of 2023 was just over $2 million, while the third quarter of 2024 came in at just over $1.925 million. That's a 4.66% decrease year over year. This number tracks closely to the overall Denver market experiencing a 2% decrease in that same time period.
In Crestmoor and Hilltop, days on the market have increased from 25 days to 36 days in the third quarter of 2024. These numbers are very similar to the overall Denver market once again. This is encouraging, even at the highest price point of Crestmoor and Hilltop, where days on the market are similar.
And in Crestmoor and Hilltop, there was a 28% decrease in sold properties year over year. Contrast that to a 1% decrease across the Denver metro area. We recognize this is a small sample size, yet it's what we have to report on.
These numbers are demonstrating a big swing and potential shift in our Crestmoor Hilltop housing market. What are the big trends we're seeing affecting these potential shifts?
Well, the first trend we mentioned earlier is mortgage interest rates. In September of 2024, this year, mortgage rates hit their lowest mark since early in 2023. After peaking close to 8% in October of last year, we experienced rates in the low 6% and high 5% range in September of this year. Well, why did that happen?
Well, largely because inflation has continued to be held in check, so much so that the Fed cut the federal funds rate by 50 basis points, or 0.5%. What happened is mortgage rates decreased in anticipation of the Fed's cutting interest rates. Then, once the Fed's made the 0.5-point cut, we actually saw interest rates increase.
That is true. We did also see an uptick in pending transactions, largely due to the drop in mortgage rates in September, which is encouraging. Mortgage interest rates will continue to be a driving factor in our Crestmoor and Hilltop neighborhoods.
The second trend? It's the upcoming presidential election. With uncertainty brings indecision. Many potential home buyers and home sellers put their plans on hold in anticipation of the election results.
Well, what's the good news in all of this? Home sales have gone up in the year after 9 of the last 11 elections. That's huge. And home prices have gone up in the year following 7 of the last 8 elections, dating back to 1992. Also big.
Wow, that's great. Along with mortgage interest rates predicted to decline next year and these post-election trends, we are feeling very optimistic as we head towards 2025.
Yes, we are. The housing market is constantly changing and there's always something new to report on. Tune in for our next seasonal housing market update video in January of 2025 with our year-end wrap-up, where we'll report on everything affecting home prices and activity in Crestmoor and Hilltop.
And Zach and I will continue to stay on top of the stats and trends so you can be informed. Whether you're ready to make a move now or waiting to see how the election shakes out, we would love to be a real estate resource of choice.
Reach out to us at info@nelsonteam.com to schedule a time to talk about your real estate needs. Thank you for watching and see you in January.
Bye-bye.